Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Can I request everyone to please be seated? First of all, I'd like to welcome you on behalf of APPAC Dallas and APPAC New York to this event. The journey started less than, I think, 4 weeks ago, and we can see a very good turnout. I really like to appreciate that you came here. Cold evening. I know New Yorkers don't feel it, but for Dallas standard, it's very cold. So welcome to this evening. I would request Brother Hafiz Riaz to start the evening with recitation of Quran.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening. I will recite Surah Fatiha. Surah Fatiha is the first surah in Quranic surah index. It is a surah of dua. It's also a dua. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. All praise is for Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, the master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, you alone we ask for help. Show us the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed favor, not of those who incurred your anger, nor of those who have gone astray. Sadaqallahul Azim.
Thank you, Brother Hafiz Riaz. I had asked him to speed up his dinner, and now I can go back to his dinner. And I would now request Nahid Rahil to bring the kids for National Anthem of United States of America and Pakistan. I know you're eating, but if I may ask everybody to please rise.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Maham, Zarlina, and Zareb, they will present the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, when the remnants we wore were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I would ask Mr. Faisal to please come for the Pakistani national anthem.
Please join me in singing the national anthem. पाक सरज़मीन शादबाद, किश्वरे हसीन शादबाद, तू निशाने अज़्मे आली शान अर्ज़े पाकिस्तान, मरकज़े यकीन शादबाद। पाक सरज़मीन का निज़ाम, क़ुव्वते अख़ुव्वते अवाम, कौम मुल्क सल्तनत पाइंदा ताबिंदाबाद, शादबाद मंज़िले मुराद। परचमे सितारा ओ हिला, रहबरे तरक़्क़ियो कमाल, तर्जुमाने माज़ी शाने हाल, जाने इस्तक़बाल, साये खुदाए ज़ुल जलाल।
Thank you, Faisal. Thank you, kid. Now, over the last couple of years, we all have noticed an extraordinary movement in terms of political activism within the immigrant community. Pakistani community, 99% of us are Pakistanis. It's a very laid-back community. We never took part in any kind of political activity. You would hardly see anybody running for an office, and least of it, going on the top offices. But over the last 2 years, the events have unfolded where, be you Democrat or Republican, both the immigrants have become more active, and so have Pakistanis. Dallas has been rather active, but not as active as what is needed for the time. About 4 to 5 weeks ago, a friend of mine referred somebody, and he said, hey, this friend of mine is moving to Dallas. Can you help him out? And whatever, so for the business and all that. So this gentleman came. We spoke for about maybe a couple of hours about the business. And the next day he calls me and he said, I'd like to meet you again, but this time for another purpose. And that was to talk about the politics. Imtiaz Rahi, I've only known him for 4 weeks, and it seems like I've known him forever. He's basically, by profession, he's in construction management. He does hold a law degree from SM Law College in Karachi. He has been very active with his daughter Gul Rahi. They both were former Democratic Committee members. He's former chair of Pakistani American community of Long Island, New York. And like I said, he just moved here recently. And he spoke to us and he introduced. And honestly, I've been here for over 3 decades, and I have never seen anything unfolding so rapidly. I don't know whether that was because it was coming from his heart, or whether it was, I don't know what it is. But things, you can see, you've been active in different events. Can you see getting this kind of crowd in 4 weeks and putting all these things together? Please welcome Imtiaz Rahi, who will now host the rest of the evening, and give a big round of applause.
Good evening. Thank you, Malik Saab. Without delaying any single second, let me go to the last person, who is the chairman of APPAC in New York, which is our national chapter, and this effort is to open Dallas chapter. So I want to invite our chairman, Dr. Ijaz Ahmed. I want him to invite and introduce some of the senior politicians who are sitting here, because they have to go. So we did some changes in the entire what timeline you see on the table. So excuse us for that. So Dr. Ijaz Ahmed, Chairman, APPAC. Thank you.
Thank you, Imtiaz Saab. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for everyone coming here in a cold evening of Texas. I never thought that Texas will be so cold. This is the first time I'm here. And Imtiaz Rahi Saab, I am very impressed the way you have carried out in 4 weeks. I really thank you for all the political activism you have started. Also, I want to say thank to Rashid Khan Saab, who started the whole process to connect us to Houston and Dallas. It's an honor to be in Dallas, a city with a long history of strong and vibrant Pakistani American community. Pakistanis have made such an impression in the city that I was traveling here as I felt I was back home. This is a testament to the power and spirit of Pakistanis as people. It's a true honor to see this. And speaking of honor, it's my distinct honor to announce opening of official APPAC chapter of the state of Texas. Dallas is a truly city on the rise. You have a highly educated and successful professional community. And as my friends who are active in civic and political affairs tell me, you have many Pakistani American organizations that are doing amazing work on behalf of our community. And so it's natural that APPAC, the American Pakistani Public Affairs Committee, has come to Dallas. Together we will learn, share, and strategize about how our communities can speak with one voice on behalf of Pakistani Americans. When I came to this country, just like you, many of you from Pakistan, I knew very little about how the political process in the United States works. My focus was being successful in my career, establishing a family, and working hard every day. And I would have been quietly happy doing that and pursuing American dream. But last year was a rude awakening. We started to hear politicians making comments that were very negative towards Muslims, immigrants, and others from similar backgrounds like me. And we saw that the divisiveness could win on election day. The presidential election and everything that has followed underscores how important it is that Pakistani Americans to work with one unified voice for a change. And so after hosting a few fundraisers and donating to some politicians in New York, we thought that these are the positive influence people. We did many events for them. We began to meet with other Pakistani American activists to talk about what should be done. And that was how APPAC began. It's not too long ago, less than a year. In the beginning, it was hard to decide what to focus on. Were we simply raising money for friendly politicians? Should we build a social welfare programs to benefit the less fortunate in our community? Or would we travel the country, all over country, holding voter education and registration drives, informing, organizing, and leading our community to stand and become politically active? Well, we decided to do all three. And along the way, we have learned some lessons. We discovered that while many people want to get involved, they don't always understand the goal. Many people have come to the political events just like to take pictures with elected officials to post on social media. We have also seen some in Pakistani community blindly giving their money and time to politicians who are not worthy of our support. For example, an activist asked APPAC to donate money to a personal friend who we learned from search, and our legislative research committee told us that actually he supports the Muslim ban. So we did not support him. That's when we realized that APPAC needs to do much more than just giving money or organizing events or get our community to vote. We need to invest our time and money into research, development, advocacy, and believe me, we are doing that. We have full-time staff working on, I'm going to introduce here Chief Operating Officer Atar Tirmizi, if you want to stand up for 1 second. He is Atar Tirmizi. So he is running day-to-day operation. He has a political experience working for Assemblyman in New York. And also we have a David Horning. He is a National Policy Director for APPAC. So APPAC has formed a team to create and identify policies, candidates, media campaigns, and other organizations that we can align with to benefit the entire community. We have one mission and one goal every day, and we focus on this, to get Pakistani Americans actively engaged in the political process. We have to move past just taking pictures. We demand real policy change. And we at APPAC realize that change does not come by complaining about policies and politicians. Real change comes from doing research, identifying policies, and advocating as strongly as possible to elected officials from both sides of political spectrum. So if you are tired of business as usual when it comes to politics, policy, and political rhetoric, APPAC is an organization that will speak to your needs and desires. APPAC will bring us together, make our voices heard, and help us claim our rightful place as a proud and patriotic US citizens. If this sounds like a cause you can support, then we ask you to join APPAC. Let's work together and continue giving back to a country that has already given us so much. With that, I'm going to introduce our special guest today, US Congressman Mark Vesey. He's from US 3rd District. Please.
How are you doing? Can you hear me okay? Good, good. I'm Mark Vesey, Congressman for the 33rd Congressional District here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I don't represent Collin County, where we're located right now, which Plano is the... Oh, good, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, a little closer to me. Sometimes when I'm speaking at places, the microphone is always much lower than I am. But no, it's great to be with you this evening, and really glad that APPAC has chosen the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Dr. Ijaz, that's what we like to call this area because there are so many major and important cities and municipalities here in the North Texas area. We have Dallas and Fort Worth, of course, but we have Arlington, Irving, Grand Prairie, Plano, Frisco, so many other very exciting places where people are moving to and coming every day, including many people from the Pakistani community. And they make great contributions to the Dallas-Fort Worth economy, to education, and everything else that's important here. And I will tell you, I want to commend everybody that's here today and for taking this very seriously, because the issues that affect you as taxpayers, as U.S. taxpayers, policies that we implement in the United States Congress, policies that the President of the United States advocates for, you can have political say-so in those events. Like, for instance, you mentioned the Muslim ban a little bit earlier. Having members of the Pakistani community and part of APPAC go and visit their member of Congress on a regular basis, the same way that other organizations do, where U.S. citizens have strong ties to their country of origin, to let them know that these are not American policies, that these are not things that we believe in as Americans, can go a long way. And whether or not you think your member of Congress agrees with you, it does not matter. Because I know that there are many members of the Pakistani community that live here in Collin County, and the entire congressional delegation here, they're all Republicans in Collin County. Not in Dallas County, you have myself and Eddie Bernice Johnson, but here in Collin County, they're all Republicans. And our two senators, Ted Cruz and John Cornyn, they are Republicans, but you should still go by and see them and their staffs on a regular basis to let them know that things like the Muslim ban are anti-American, and that they don't represent what's best about our country. And also that this sort of divisive rhetoric against the Pakistani community, against the Muslim community, that if we really want to defeat Al-Qaeda and we really want to defeat ISIS, that we need the help from friends like Pakistan and other partners in the Middle East that will help us root out these terrorists, help share critical intelligence that will bring these people to justice, and finally stop them from committing their acts of terror. And that is how you build relations with foreign countries and friends. And as Pakistani Americans and part of APPAC, you can be a big part of advocacy on Washington, D.C., and back in your respective districts, visiting your congressmen to let them know that. And so I'm just happy that you have chosen the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex to kick off APPAC here in Texas. You could have chosen Austin or Houston or anywhere else, but I can guarantee you chose the right place, because people here take advocacy and government relations and outreach to elected officials very, very seriously, Dr. Ijaz. And so I hope that you will continue to come back. I know that you're from Long Island. We actually were connected through Tom Swazi, who is one of my Democratic colleagues that represents New York from Long Island. And I can tell you that here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, we love when people from Long Island and New York come here, because usually you spend a lot of money. So please keep coming back. We want for you to continue to have events here, and just welcome to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And you will always have friends here. And I'm sure you're going to hear from some other good elected officials that are here tonight, many that I know, and everyone is excited to be a part of this kickoff. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Congressman. We invite you to join Pakistani caucus, which was very active for several years. And with our friend Tom Swazi, we invite you, and we will meet you at Capitol Hill. We will do every possible thing to work with you, to get your cooperation by extending our cooperation. Thank you very much for coming here, sir. So we are back to the schedule. This part starts with some presentation with the PPDs, PowerPoint documents. Can I ask Athar Tirmzi Saab, who is our Chief Operating Officer of APPAC? Athar. And can I ask our National Policy Director, David Horning? David.
Hey everybody, good to see you. Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here. We went to Houston, but I think Dallas is much better, personally. Don't tell everyone in Houston I said that, but you know. I mean. But so, this is our COO. I'll let him introduce himself.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum everybody. I see a lot of youth is here, so I'm just gonna go a little informal to attract them. Get out of the suit. So, you know what? Thank you, first of all, for everybody coming here. It's a Sunday. I know it's very cold night for you guys. For us, it's summer. We think that this is pleasant weather. I was sweating, actually. I had to turn the AC on. But thank you very much from everybody in the team in Dallas. First of all, I would like you guys to put a welcome that Houston, Texas did really well. I think you guys can top that for Imtiaz Bhai and the rest of the people here in Dallas. This is after the dinner. Come on. Oh, come on. I think, David, we got to try one more time.
Come on, let's go. A big Texas welcome. That's what we heard about. All right.
There you go. Now we are talking. Okay, so why we are here? We're going to start with APPAC's mission. What we think, there was not a problem, a concern for most of the Pakistanis, that there was a void in the leadership. In the Pakistani community, that we felt that somebody had to come in and fill it up. So what as a mission was that, as you can see, that the mission for the American Pakistani Public Affairs Committee is to, I think I'm reading it wrong. Oh, it's much better over there. Is elevating the status of Pakistani Americans and promoting better relation between US and Pakistan. So what we feel is that we collectively don't have a voice in the United States. We have organizations working in Texas, in New York, Virginia, DC, Maryland, California, everywhere. But what we don't have is a collective voice. Was that like Oscars? I'm supposed to get off the stage? But, so what we felt that there should be an organization that should come and collectively create a network of people in Texas and in New York and wherever the Pakistanis are, to then collectively lobby for the issues that affect us.
So I don't know if you can all tell I'm not Pakistani, but I eat the food, so I think that's halfway being there.
That's why he joined APPAC, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. White people food, no offense if there's white people here, it's not as exciting. Like every bite, there's something in it. And that's like the people. You guys are exciting. I'm excited for what's going on here. I think when Athar and Dr. Jaz asked me to come aboard, I'm a professor. I was a professor of political science. I actually met Athar in the state assembly. I worked as a legislative director there. I have politics in my blood, but I also have social justice. I really care about doing what's right and helping out communities. And I think the Pakistani American community is ready to really become a force for change. So one of the goals is to do exactly that. Help this community, work with it, work with the leaders already doing the work there to get more active, to get more involved. And that's the key. We want to tackle big issues, Islamophobia, Muslim ban, you name it, help create a better bilateral relationship between Pakistan and the United States, but also local levels. I was informed of an issue in Irving, Texas that happened. That's exactly what we're talking about. Also working on the local level to affect these issues. And that's the goal of our organization.
So what are the objectives? Supporting political candidates and organizations which are clear in their commitment in full civic work. So basically what we want in the United States through every single state is to have a conscience that we can no longer support candidates who will not stand up for us. What we need to show is that you cannot come to our events, you cannot come to our mosque and tell us that we are great people, because we know that. I don't think anybody has to tell me this. So when you're coming to our events and telling us this, that's not good enough. What we need to show is a public support, somebody publicly standing. But that does not going to happen. Nobody's going to come to you and say, hey guys, are you guys missing somebody on your side? Can I support you? That will not happen. What will happen is that we need to collect our voices together and then go to these candidates and say, hey, these are our issues, issue 1, issue 2, issue 3. And what's going to happen is that's going to create the accountability with the candidates and the elected officials. Without creating the accountability, what's going to happen is we're going to keep having people at our events taking pictures. We'll all be Facebook famous because we know people. But what's going to happen is we're going to be exactly where we are today. And this is especially very important for all the young kids in here. Because I will tell you, you guys are the future. And you guys got to start learning this today, that we have to create accountability. You cannot be just a friend. You have to be an ally. You have to stand up with us when we need it, how we need it, not on your terms, on our terms.
So my aspect in the organization is I'm the policy director. So I look for policies, work with the local chapters as we'll reach out to Dallas, we'll create and look specifically in Dallas what's going on, and we'll focus legislation there. But I'll give you a little story about something we've been working on. This is Senator Cortez. She's from Nevada. She's a Democrat. She's a friend of the Pakistani community. We met with her, and we discussed something that she actually didn't really know much about. So does anyone know about Section 805 of the Patriot Act?
I do. But I don't think I'm supposed to answer.
But, I mean, this is the professor part where we'll explain. It won't be too much boring. But basically, what happened was there was the earthquake in Pakistan a couple years ago. Section 805 specifically resulted in 40% reduction of charity going back to Pakistan. So American charities were afraid to send money back to Pakistani charities specifically because 805. And what 805 does, it's simple. In the United States, regardless of your best effort, if you send money back and it lands in the hands of terrorists and people who don't want to do good things with it, you're held accountable. Senator Cortez, who is an ally of Pakistan, she actually didn't even know that this was a section. She didn't know how deep it went. She didn't know how much it affected people in the real world. So one of the things we did by identifying this and bringing it to her was that education piece that we're working on.
Working with others. So as David said, that not only we have to create education to our legislators and tell them, hey, listen, these are the issues, especially the issue that we just spoke about. 7% of Pakistan's GDP goes through the foreign money transfer. And if you can just imagine 40% reduction, forget about the GDP. Talk about those people who were hurting in those earthquakes, could not get the help at the highest level. This is what hurts Pakistani. And I'll tell you, I have plenty of family in Pakistan, even though I'm an American. What's going to happen is that's where we have to create the accountability that I was saying, that, listen, this is hurting our families because we are proud Pakistani Americans. We are just not, far removed from the country we all came from. Second part was working for another legislation here locally. And what was that legislation? Right now in the United States, if somebody comes and attacks a religious institution, let's say it's a mosque, temple, church, synagogue, what have you, and it on the property, there is another smaller, so I'll tell you where I'm from on Long Island. The mosque started out in a very small house, and then it grew into a 4-acre property. So now the main building of the mosque is the mosque, and the smaller property became a youth center. Today, if somebody, God forbid, goes and attacks the kids there, it's not considered a hate crime. Right now, only where you practice religion in the building, that's where if the attack takes place, the person will be charged with hate crime, which has a higher penalty all the way up to capital punishment. But if in the same property, and if the attack were to happen, regardless of the religion, you will not be held liable. So we worked very hard to push this bill through the Congress, and I want to hear some applause for this because it passed the Congress with only 2 votes working against it. And I'll tell you who was our biggest partner. Muslim Jewish Advocacy Council, which is based out of New York. So APPAC and MJAC work together. Now, this bill is sitting in the Senate, and we are, again, our great senator from South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, informed advocacy, right? We held meetings with him. We told him that, listen, this is something that's important to us because there's some backdoor policy. The way the bills work, if it passes the Senate one year and if it doesn't pass the Congress the next year, what's going to happen is bill has to go back to the Senate again. So these are the things that we are trying to create within the community, Pakistani community, to understand that, hey, listen, this is how the systems work. And we need to push when we need to push things because there is a deadline on things.
So, sort of like the example I gave with the money and the Patriot Act, we've been working locally. This is that was Albany, our state capital in New York. But one of the things about any political organization, especially one that wants to donate to politicians, is to identify who the power players are. So often people will give just to a friendly congressman. They don't look at where that committee member stands on different subcommittees. They don't look where to get the most bang for your buck. So this is an assemblyman from Long Island, where we're from, and he stands on many very important committees. So we were identifying issues that affect the Pakistani American community locally. And this is Phil Ramos. And one of the bills that we found was this Taxi Driver Protection Act. Now, almost 75% of taxi drivers in New York City are Pakistanis. And we learned that unlike other city workers, a taxi driver is not protected the same way as an EMS worker, a bus driver. So we worked with Phil Ramos. Go to the next slide if you want. Dr. Jaz, we met, our legislative committee met, and we advocated for this bill. And he got on board, he co-signed onto it, and it's going to pass. And this is the type of work that we do, where we identify locally, but we also spend time doing the research to identify that someone like Assemblyman Ramos, other than maybe a friend who's right around where we live, would be the guy to go after and to advocate for. So that's what we did on the local level.
So I'll tell you, before we move on to the next slide real quick, about this thing in New York City, or New York we did. It's not just Pakistanis that we're protecting, of course, that's the goal. But majority of the cab drivers are Muslims in New York City. So when we fight for Pakistani Americans, we are fighting for Muslim Americans because most of the issue are not one or the other, they're the same issues. So even though we are Pakistani Public Affairs Committee, what we are doing is fighting for the Muslim Americans. Because a lot of the things what we have is common. So we need to understand how things work. And again, I'll tell you, Assemblyman Ramos, he is the chair of a Black and Hispanic caucus in New York State Assembly. New York State Assembly has 150 members. Anything to be passed, you need 76 votes. That caucus alone has 52 votes. So what you need is, you don't need 52 or 76 people to go. You go to the key players. You go to the Black, Brown, Hispanic caucus. You go to the Women's caucus. You go to the Troubleshooters caucus. There are many caucuses. And if you get the chair people of those caucuses to understand where you're coming from and make an argument, but again, that argument only happens if collectively all of us on the national and state level and even the city level are saying the same thing. Then they see, okay, well, you know what? I'm a caucus member. There are 52 members. If I can buy it, I will have my caucus buy into it. And right there, boom, 52 votes you have out of 76 that you need. So we need to learn how to do the smart politics. Now, this is Congressman Tom Suozzi, who just became congressman about 2 years ago. He has a long history in politics. What we had was, up until now, a lot of friends in the United States Congress. Plenty of friends. You know, you look around and everybody's a friend. But we don't need friends anymore. What we need are allies. We cannot have friends anymore coming and telling us we are your good friends. I already got my friends. They live in Long Island. I have a good time with them. We do barbecues. I need allies, because people who will publicly stand. And I'll tell you, this is the statement that Tom Suozzi, after our meeting, this was the statement. Okay, all right, so this is the statement. He posted publicly and got some backlash. I'm going to read the first two. Pakistan and Muslim Americans generally have been unfairly painted with a broad brush, and I will stand up to any discrimination against them. Now, this is a very strong statement coming from a United States congressman publicly, not in a mosque, not at an event, not at somebody's house, not at a fundraiser. I'm talking about publicly. On his Facebook, there were people going on, and I suggest you guys, I would encourage you guys to go to your Representative Tom Swazi's page, and this statement is still there. He got a lot of backlash.
His district, too, is a swing district. He's in a fight for his life every 2 years. It's not a heavily Democratic district.
So for him to publicly come out and stand with us is what we need. And what I did, and Dave did, and Dr. Ejaz did, and our board members, and friends, and Qamar Rashid Khan, and everybody that we knew, we said, hey, listen, call your family, call your friends, to go onto the Facebook and applaud him positively for doing just that, right? Because when somebody is standing up with us, what we need to show is we are standing up with them. Otherwise, what's going to happen is these people are going to stand up once, and they're going to say, all right, why did I do this? There's no reason. Second thing, I will continue my effort as a member of a Foreign Affairs Committee, very important committee in the Congress, and Armed Services Committee, to understand that many issues related to Pakistan, eastern border with India, especially Kashmir, and western border in Afghanistan. I will work to make sure Pakistan is not unfairly treated, while also emphasizing that we need Pakistan to fulfill obligations. So again, another public statement to say that, listen, you understand that you hear Pakistan needs to do more, the borders have to be secure. Well, guess what? You guys live on the Mexican border, and 900 miles cannot be secured here. So how do you expect a 1,500-mile border to be secured? I told them give Pakistan $50 billion to build a wall. Of course, that didn't go too well, but I said, here's an option, let us build a wall. But you know, he wasn't too keen on it, he's a Democrat. So now, lastly, and this is the most important part, because I was very excited talking to Imtiaz Bhai and the rest of the Dallas people about the youth coming here. And I see a lot of kids, which is, I tell you, a breakaway from a tradition to the Pakistani functions that we attend. This is, I want to have a special applaud just for bringing the kids to this event, because this is what we need. The future has to be present at the table, otherwise we're talking amongst ourselves. I'll tell you what we did. I got a group of, well, we got a group of about 10 to 12 kids, 17 and 18 years old, last year in an election. For 3 months, they literally walked every day, Monday through Friday, after schools. We identified in a district of 80,000 people, which was heavily Democratic district, only in a primary election, 1,900 people voted. We identified about 400 and some Muslims that live in that district. Now that's a big number in a district where only 1,900 people vote. These kids went, I'm talking about, these kids went to people got annoyed. Like, all right, how many times I gotta see you? And they were like, no, we know Pakistanis. You guys don't come out. We have to annoy you till you come out. And we went to the mosque and told these, you know, these are kids that saw these kids, people at the mosque, at the events. These kids really, I was very proud of these kids who were very young, became so active in this one election. Now, unless, you know, unfortunately we lost the election, we didn't win. But the community, how we won was that in a 1900 election, we couldn't get all 400 because some people didn't answer the door, some people were home, whatever the case was. We were able to identify 329 people. And on election day, we annoyed the same people, and we really did annoy. I'm talking about we called them. We said, we're coming to pick you up. We, you know, whatever reason, we said there's a biryani at the polling place. We said many things for these people to come out. And what we did was we were able to get 149 people out. 149 people in 1900 election is about, I was really good at math, so about like, you know, 12, 13%. Most elections are only won by 7, 8, if really high, 10%. If you become the community in 80,000 people, you can bring out 300-400 people. We became the kingmaker, and I'll tell you what was the direct result of that. This year, we are about to get $50,000 to $70,000 for an Islamic school UPK program from New York State because they realize we are the power in that district. So we don't need big numbers when we think we do. What we need is real, grassroots level efforts for kids to come engaged. And I'll tell you, even better, 2 of the girls, because of their work, got picked up by Make the Roads New York, which is a big organization in the Northeast, to go to their youth leadership program in New Jersey for 2 days. One of them just got a job at the legislator's office, and both of them now want to work in politics. Now, this is the real change, what I hope that we can create in Dallas, and we can create every single place. Because guess what? I'm going to retire in a couple of years. David's a little bit younger, maybe a couple of years after that. But in 10, 15 years, if we don't have the leaders that we are grooming today, we won't have nobody. So thank you very much for everybody
Yes,
I know
you.
listening. And we took a little bit long, but good thing it was after the dinner.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, gentlemen. What an asset we got. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored that we have the Consul General. She drove all the way from Houston. I know she was busy. Last night we had a function in Houston too, and she came all the way, and we welcome you, Honorable Consul General. My next guest speaker, we call him Mr. Bhutto. Nobody want to give him the mic, and I'm nervous. But he promised me he will speak for 3 minutes only. Mr. Qamar Bashir, he's a journalist, has a TV talk show host. He is the founder of Pakistani American community of Long Island, which we mentioned earlier. I just want to mention one thing. When you are working for the community service, the honor, dignity, respect comes by default. And I believe there is a divine help for the success. This gentleman, whenever he starts any good cause, Allah gives the success. So he is a sign of success. Mr. Bashir Qamar.
इज़्ज़त माब कौंसल जनरल ह्यूस्टन आयशा फारूकी साहिबा, चेयरमैन डॉक्टर दाऊद नासिर साहब, प्रेसिडेंट इम्तियाज़ राही साहब, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट नदीम अख्तर साहब, डॉक्टर आमर कुरैशी साहब, मलक हयात साहब, डॉक्टर नवीद क्लियर साहब, डॉक्टर एजाज चेयरमैन APPAC एंड डॉक्टर शफ अब्बासी साहब, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। ख़वातीन हज़रात, मेरे लिए ये बहुत बड़े एजाज़ की बात है कि न्यूयॉर्क से एक शख्स यहाँ पे आता है और आप सब उसको इज़्ज़त और प्यार से नवाजते हैं। दरअसल हम सब यहाँ पर एक अजीम मकसद के लिए जमा हुए हैं और मकसद बहुत सीधा साधा है, बल्कि आप यूँ कह लीजिए कि अमेरिका एक अजीम मुल्क है, ये एक अजीम कौम है जिसमें 323 मिलियन इंसानों को अपने परों में समो रखा है। आपने यहाँ पर APPAC के हवाले से बहुत सारी बातें सुननी है। मैं एक जनरल सी बात करना चाहता हूँ। दूसरा, ये 2 यहाँ पे माहिर नफ्सियात आए हुए थे, मेरा सारा वक्त बोले गए हैं और मुझे जो अब मुख्तसर बोलना पड़ रहा है, लेकिन मैं एक मैसेज डिलीवर करना चाहता हूँ कि अमेरिका में जो कौमें आबाद हैं उनकी तादाद 195 ममालिक के लोग अमेरिका में आबाद हैं। उनको पूरी आज़ादी है तहरीर व तकरीर की और उनको अपनी ज़िंदगी अपने हिसाब से जीने की आज़ादी है। हम जब इस मुल्क में आए तो अपने साथ अपनी तहजीब, अपना कल्चर, अपनी ज़ुबान, अपना लिबास, अपनी अच्छी कदरें सभी कुछ लेकर आए और हमने इस मुल्क में हर शय से खूब लुत्फ़ उठाया। हमने यहाँ की आज़ादी तहरीर व तकरीर के अलावा हमने यहाँ के रहन सहन हर चीज़ को अपने पे उसमें ख़ुद को मर्ज कर दिया। दोस्तों, अमेरिकी निज़ाम की ये खूबी है कि ये आपको पूरा मौका देती है। अब आप यूँ देखिए कि जो पाकिस्तानी हैं यहाँ पर, ये जो पाकिस्तानी कौम है, आप यूँ पहले ये समझ लीजिए कि वो उसने बड़े नामसाद हालात में एटम बम बना लिया, बहुत बड़े पुल बना दिए, बड़ी तरक्कियाँ कर ली। और जब हम अमेरिका में आए तो हम यहाँ पे बेहतर मुस्तकबिल के लिए आए थे, लेकिन हमने यहाँ पे आने के बाद بہت کام کی ہے. آپ کو اندازہ نہیں ہے کہ 2010 کی جو سینسس ہے اس کے مطابق امریکہ میں 3,64,000 پاکستانی ہیں سینسس کے مطابق, لیکن ایک جنرل اندازے کے مطابق ہم یہاں پر تقریباً 6.5 لاکھ پاکستانی امریکنز ہیں. ہماری کہیں پہ بھی وہ ایک صحیح تعداد نظر نہیں آتی. وہ اس لیے نظر نہیں آتی کہ ہم ان سارے سسٹم میں داخل نہیں ہوتے. میرا خیال ہے کہ ہم کو اس سسٹم میں داخل ہونے کی ضرورت ہے. اگر آپ یہ دیکھیں تو یہ پاکستانیوں کی جو ایک بڑی تعداد ہے وہ کہاں پہ آباد ہے؟ آپ کے جو پاکستانیوں کی بڑی تعداد ہے 22%, 22% نیو یارک میں ہے, 13% ایلینائز میں ہے, 13% آپ کی کیلیفورنیا میں ہے, اور 8% آپ کے ٹیکسس میں ہے. اور یہ بہت بڑا نمبر ہے. اگر آپ 6.5 لاکھ کو ڈیوائڈ کر دیں کہ ہم کتنی تعداد میں کہاں پہ آباد ہیں, تو آپ کو اندازہ ہونا چاہیے کہ یہ سارے منصوبے ہماری رضا, ہماری مرضی اور ہماری خواہش کے مطابق کیوں نہیں لگتے. اس کی ایک ہی وجہ ہے کہ ہم نے اپنے آپ کو اس سسٹم میں مرج کرنے کے بعد ہم نے کہیں پہ کھونا سیکھ لی ہے. ہم گنے کیوں نہیں جاتے؟ خواتین و حضرات, آپ یہ دیکھیں کہ پاکستانی امریکن کتنی مضبوط اور کتنی زبردست قوم ہے. آپ کے 34% جو ہے پاکستانی امریکن بچے وہ گریجویٹ ہیں, جبکہ امریکیوں کی, عام امریکیوں کی تعداد جو ہے وہ 20% ہے. آپ کے 23% جو بچے ہیں, وہ آپ کے جو 23% جو پاپولیشن ہے پاکستانی امریکنز کی, وہ ماسٹر ڈگری ہولڈر ہے, جبکہ عام امریکیوں کی تعداد 11% ہے. آپ دیکھیے کہ آپ نے زندگی کے ہر شعبے میں اپنے آپ کو منوا لیا. ہماری ایک پاکستانی سنگر جس کا نام نادیہ علی ہے, وہ گریمی ایوارڈ نامینیٹڈ ہے. ہمارے 2 پاکستانی بہترین آرٹسٹ ہیں, ایکٹر ہیں, ان میں ایک نادیہ یاسر ہے اور دوسرا جو ہے وہ فرحان طاہر ہے. وہ کسی بھی ہالی ووڈ کے ایکٹر سے کم نہیں ہے, اور یہاں پہ وہ ٹیلی ویژن پہ, سیریل پہ, فلموں میں, ڈراموں میں کام کرتے ہیں. ہمارا ایک ریسلر بھی ہے مصطفیٰ علی, جو کہ ماشاءاللہ وہ چیمپئن ہے اپنے میدان کا. اور جو اچھی بات میں آپ کو بتانے والا ہوں وہ یہ ہے کہ ہماری ایک پاکستانی بچی ابھی حال ہی میں CBS 4 پر وہ پہلی دنیا کی حجاب, امریکہ میں پہلی حجابی کورسپونڈنٹ ہے, جنرل کورسپونڈنٹ ہے. تو ہم کون سے محاذ پہ کس سے کہاں پیچھے ہیں؟ ہم ہر جگہ آگے ہیں, اور ہمیں اللہ نے بڑی صلاحیتیں دی ہیں. میں ایک بات جو کہنا چاہتا ہوں وہ یہ ہے کہ جب آپ اسٹیڈیم میں بیٹھ کر میچ دیکھ رہے ہوتے ہیں تو آپ کے پاس بہت چند محدود آپشنز ہوتے ہیں کہ آپ تالیاں بجائیے, خوشی کا اظہار کیجئے, اچھلیے, کودیے کہ آپ کی ٹیم جیت رہی ہے, یا چپ کر کے اداس ہو کے بیٹھ جائیے کہ آپ کی ٹیم ہار رہی ہے. آج امریکہ کی اکانومی میں, امریکہ کی سیاست میں جو قوم مزہ لوٹ رہی ہے, جو قوم آگے بڑھ رہی ہے, جو دوسری قوموں کو نیچا دکھا رہی ہے, اس نے یہ بیٹھ کے تنقید کرنے سے کام نہیں سیکھا. ہم ان کو کوئی بھی نام دے دیجئے, ہم ان سے مقابلہ اس لیے نہیں کرنا چاہتے کہ ہم یہاں پہ نووارد ہیں. ہماری ابتدا یہاں پر 1980 کے بعد ہوئی ہے. وہ ہم سے پہلے یہاں پہ آ گئے تھے, اور انہوں نے آنے کے بعد ایک منظم طریقے سے سارا کام کیا. ہم اب ان کو کوسنے کے بجائے, اب یہ سوچنے کے بجائے کہ یہ پالیسیاں ساری ان کے حق میں کیوں بنتی ہے, ہم کو یہ کام کرنا ہوگا کہ ان پالیسی ساز اداروں میں اپنے بچوں کو لے کے داخل ہونا پڑے گا. ہم کو آگے بڑھنا ہوگا, اس لیے کہ ہم یہ کام اسی وقت کر سکیں گے جب ہم خود ان اداروں میں اپنا پارٹیسپیشن کر دیں گے. یہ ایک چھوٹا سا آپ بینر دیکھ رہے ہیں یہاں پہ, یہ 2 لوگ یہاں پہ, 2 اشخاص, 2 آفیسرز یہاں بیٹھے ہوئے, وہ یہاں پہ آپ کو مختلف چیزوں سے, مختلف حوالوں سے روشناس کروا رہے تھے, بات کروا رہے تھے. خواتین و حضرات, یہ چھوٹا سا بینر نہیں ہے, یہ ہماری آرزوؤں کا, ہماری امنگوں کا, ہماری امیدوں کا یہ دیا ٹمٹما رہا ہے. اس کو ہمیں روشن کرنا ہوگا. ہمیں روشن کیسا کرنا پڑے گا؟ یا تو ہم بیٹھ کے اسی طرح ساری زندگی تالیاں بجاتے رہیں دوسروں کے کاموں پہ, یا ہم کھڑے ہو جائیں کہ یہ کام ہم نے کرنا ہے اور دوسروں نے تالیاں بجانی ہے. اگر پاکستانی قوم انتہائی نامساعد حالات میں جینے کے انداز جانتی ہے, तो हमको आगे बढ़ने से दुनिया की कोई ताकत नहीं रोक सकती। मुझ में, आप में और अगर हम में से किसी आदमी में इतनी सलाहियत नहीं है कि हम खुद आगे बढ़ जाएं, हम ये पॉलिसी साज खुद बन जाएं, हम इन इदारों पे खुद जाके बैठ जाएं, तो हम अपने किसी बच्चे को, किसी भाई को, किसी दोस्त को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। अगर हम में वो भी सकत नहीं है, हम वो भी नहीं कर सकते, तो कम से कम एक लीडर तो अपना चुन लें जो आके ये काम करे, हम उसके पीछे खड़े हो जाएं, हम उसके पुष्ट पे खड़े हो जाएं। दोस्तों, जिंदगी कौमों की धीरे धीरे आगे नहीं बढ़ती, प्लानिंग करनी पड़ती है। आज प्लान कीजिए, क्योंकि ये सारी प्लानिंग जो है ये आपके इरादों के साथ है। मैं एक छोटी सी बात और जो कहना चाहता हूँ वो ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि जिंदगी में हमको बाहैसियत कौम आपस में इत्तेहाद की जरूरत है। हम दूसरों पे तनकीद करने के बजाय एक तामीली तनकीद करें जिससे हम कोई मकसद हासिल कर लें। मुझे आपसे, आपको उनसे, उनको उनसे 100 इख्तलाफ हो सकते हैं, लेकिन हम किसी एक नुक्ते पे मरकूज करके आगे बढ़ने का कोई हौसला पैदा कर सकते हैं। ये एपी पैक आपका प्लेटफॉर्म है। मैं आपको मुबारकबाद पेश करता हूँ इम्तियाज़ राही साहब, मैं आपको मुबारकबाद पेश करता हूँ दाऊद नासिर साहब कि आपने इसको यहाँ पर कायम किया और इसको कायम करने के बाद इसको बरकरार रखिएगा। इसमें अपने बच्चों को शामिल कीजिए, दोस्तों को शामिल कीजिए, अपने इर्द गिर्द के लोगों को ये पैगाम पहुँचाइए कि ये प्लेटफॉर्म हमने बनाया है। जिस तरह पाकिस्तान हमने बनाया था, ये प्लेटफॉर्म भी हमने बनाया है और हम उसको लेके आगे बढ़ेंगे। मेरी आपसे यही गुजारिश है, और मैंने अगर किसी भी हवाले से कोई ज़्यादा कह दिया है तो मैं आपसे माफ़ी चाहता हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच मिस कौंसल जनरल।
Great, as expected. My next speaker is Mr. Muhammad Asif Chaudhry. He is also from New York. He is our member of the BOD. He is a law graduate. He is such an asset for the APPAC because he is a law graduate. He works in a very top law firm. He advises us what to talk, what not to talk. And today he is here. He came all the way from New York. Please welcome Asif Chaudhry sir.
Thank you, Dallas. Thank you so very much for your warm welcome to APPAC in Dallas. And I always heard that everything is big in Texas. But tonight, I see that you guys have a big heart to welcome APPAC in Dallas. Before I begin, I just want to have one share to say to my older brother, Qamar Bashir. जिंदगी में 2 ही लम्हे गुजरे हैं मुझ पे कठिन, एक तेरे आने से पहले, एक तेरे जाने के बाद. And soon we are going to have one show and we will name Dev and Atar. And everybody will watch. Thank you. Before I begin, I just want to announce some names. First of all, our Consul General, Aisha Farooqi Sahaba, for being here. Imtiaz Rahi Sahab, Dr. Daud and team, Dr. Ashraf Abbasi Sahab. And I also would like to thank you, my wife, for being here all the way from New Jersey. And I also like to thank you to our chairman, Dr. Ijaz Ahmed, who is the force behind this mission. And we are here tonight to open a new chapter of hope and change on the face of fear. A new chapter of hope and change on the face of discrimination. A new chapter of hope and change on the face of uncertainty. And as we all know, change is not an easy. Change does not come sudden or overnight or quick. Change is generations' work. And we are going to be a small part of change's long journey. We bring this message to our community to come out of the shadows of fear and to be a part of the mainstream politics. The time of bickering is over, and the time for action is now. So many people ask why we are doing this. And I always said that because we have more yesterdays than tomorrows. And as we look back at the history of America, every community has to go through with this difficult time. And now it's our turn. And we have to get ready, and we have to stand up what is right and what we believe in. And when we came here long ago, and we just did not bring ourselves here, we also brought our traditions, our custom, our values, our delicious food, and our colorful dresses. But on top of everything, we brought the strength of our faith with us. The faith of love, the faith of tolerance, the faith of care, and the faith of generosity, and the faith of peace. Peace is a virtue. Peace is a state of mind. And there is no such a conflict which cannot be resolved. These conflicts are created and sustained by human beings. And they can be resolved by human beings. No matter how ancient the conflict is, how hateful or how hurtful, peace can always prevail. And at the last, I know when we came here, we had only one agenda, that we can uplift the lives of our loved ones. We can give everything to our children, our families, what our parents couldn't afford to give us. And we have achieved those goals. but mission is not accomplished yet. That's why I would like to request everybody to please join APPAC, become a member in any capacity, and be a part of this mainstream politics. And at the end, I will just say what John F. Kennedy has said long ago. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Asif Chaudhry. Our next speaker from New York is Mr. Fogg Siddiqui, who is a TV host, writer, political analyst, and I'm 100% sure he will not go beyond 3 minutes. Mr. Fogg Siddiqui. Okay, Mr. Fogg.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. Indeed, it's a pleasure, honor for me to be part of this beautiful historical event here in Dallas. I was in Dallas about 2 years back. I was here and I really enjoyed Houston and Dallas. They are good cities, and Pakistani community who is residing here in Dallas, they are those people who really understand how to move in American politics. Ladies and gentlemen, because of a limited time, I will use my fast forward button and I will talk to you with bullet points. And you are intelligent people, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Point number 1. Can you answer me that what is our benchmark in this domain, I mean in politics? Very low, almost zero. We need a good political clout for Pakistani diaspora, for sure, that we know very well. Pakistani community is one of the richest community in America, one of the most educated community in America, but we don't have a voice because we are not participating in politics. One more question. The question is this: have you ever thought, once you leave this world, once you're gone, baby boomers, we have spent our life. Once we are gone from this world, what kind of problem my grandchildren will face here? This Islamophobic propaganda, all over the world, Muslims are facing a lot of chaos. Have we done anything for them? Are you interested in paving a path for them to live here in a peacefully and a respectful manner? We have to do 2 things. Number 1, get them a good high education. Number 2, please ask them to come forward and participate in American politics. Be a part of this society. Be a part of this fabric. Without it, it will be very difficult for them to stay here with dignity. I will share one story with you, and then I will leave. Imtiaz, I will leave very soon. Don't worry. There was a girl in Maryland in last Ramadan. She went to mosque in the Sahar time with 2 friends, and she went there for prayer. After the prayer, all these 3 girls, they went to a nearby restaurant to have sahri. After completing the sahar dinner, they were coming back from the restaurant and they came across with a hate monger. That man, he tried to snatch all 3 girls, but 2 of them, they started running right away and they reached their destination mosque. But he captured 1 girl. And then what he did is this, that he took her and he beat her with a baseball bat so badly on her head. He was keep beating her till she died. And we couldn't do much. Why? Because we don't have a political voice. And now the police department is denying that they are saying this is not a hate crime. In New York City, in a subway station, a woman was standing and a hate monger came and he pushed her and the train was coming from the other side and she was gone. They burnt a mosque in Houston. So we have a lot of atrocities here taking place for us, and our duty is to come forward and participate in American politics. If you will participate in politics, you will have voice. Then the police department, they will listen to you. Everybody will cooperate with you. This APPAC, I am coming from New York for APPAC. APPAC is an umbrella organization for all Pakistani diaspora, all other small organizations are under the umbrella of APPAC. And why we are here? We are here to take some commitment from you, from your side, that you'll come forward. And we have these forms here. I want you to please fill up this form, and if you can donate like $100 per month to save the future of grandchildren in this country. Without money, you cannot move. Without commitment, you cannot go nowhere in this country. And in Dallas, one guy told me in New York, he said, if you want people to fill up this form, go to Dallas because they have more intelligent, very educated people living in this area of Dallas. So I hope tonight, when you'll go home, you will have a pleasure in your heart, a satisfaction that I have a commitment in the name of Allah to save the future of my children. So these forms are on your table, and I will request you, please fill up this form, and that's all about it, because I don't want to give you some circumlocutory speech or some emotional arguments, and always try to be away from the political arguments. Why? Because arguments very quickly turn into animosity, and differences always proliferate. So be away from there and do some concrete work, and the concrete work is this: join APPAC. Imtiaz Rahi is here. He used to live in New York. He's here. And you have some other leadership here. So please cooperate with them, and I will urge you again, please fill up this form. This is very important form because we are getting a great response from American politicians. We are getting a great response in New York, in Massachusetts. Now we are here and we need your help. Last thing, let me ask you three things. You don't answer me. Answer yourself. Be your judge. Do you love America? Do you love a peaceful life for your children here in future? Don't answer me. Don't answer to your heart. And be your judge. And the third thing, that if you love America and if you love the future, if you are interested to secure the future of your grandchildren, would you fill up this form? Please do that. And give them a big help for big clap for yourself. Please. Thank you very much. My 3 minutes is over. Thank you.
Thank you, Fogg. Okay, next part of our event is the oath ceremony. I'm going to call all the directors of APPAC Dallas chapter, and after that I will call the chairman national APPAC, and at the end I will call the Honorable Consul General to come on the stage and take oath from all the directors. So I'm starting with our chairman, Dr. Daud Nasir. Please clap. He's our chairman-elect. Very soon he will be chairman. Then I'm going to ask Dr. Amir Qureshi, patron-in-chief. Then I'm going to ask Nilofar Abbasi, woman chair. Then I'm going to ask Nadeem Akhtar, our vice president. Then I'm going to ask Raza Beg, general secretary. Shakila Kashif, joint secretary. Our treasurer, Mr. Khizar Malik. Our political chair, very important, Yasser Arafat. Then I'm going to ask Dr. Naveed Clare, the director. Mr. Khalid Sabzwari, the director. Mr. Naeem Chaudhry, the director. Nahid Rahil, the director. Imrana Beg, the director. And at the end, I must say, the man behind the curtain, Mr. Malik Hayat. Can I ask the chairman, National, Dr. Ijaz, to come on the stage? And Honorable Consul General Aisha Farooqi. She has them. She's going to recite, and then you all will, speak. I think half and half. I believe if you come here, you face them as well as
Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Let me take this opportunity. I have the mic now. And when you have the mic, you have power. So, very happy to be here. बहुत अरसा हो गया था आप लोगों से मिले हुए. I see many friends and familiar faces. But we will do our responsibility first, and then I will have the opportunity to talk to you a little more. So, are you all nervous? Acha ji. So, I elected to the position of APPAC, do hereby solemnly swear and promise that I will diligently and faithfully discharge all my duties and responsibilities of my office to the best of my ability, and I will uphold and comply with the APPAC bylaws. I also state that I will actively participate and support all the activities and programs that shall hereinafter be adopted by members and board of directors. So help me Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Congratulations. आप सबको बहुत मुबारक हो.
Thank you, Consul General. Congratulations, all the members. You are no more elect. Now you can remove the word elect from this. And please. Okay, so let the Consul General come in the middle. डॉक्टर साहब आप जाएं, नीलोफर का है, आप भी जाएं वहाँ पे. Thank you, everybody. Please have a seat. Thank you. We'll call you again. I'm thankful to all the media people here. There are 2 radio stations and their representatives are here. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for Jago Time, Geo Television. Thank you for ARY. And thank you very much for our media partner, TV USA 1. TV1 USA. TV1 USA is our media partner. They covered last night in Houston as well as they are covering today. So you are live right at this moment on TV1 USA and Facebook and YouTube. So if the camera is facing you, you have the choice to fix your tie and I'm not going to say anything to my sisters. And Sam Media, Soch, to everybody. Our Vice President will later on acknowledge everybody, but I just got this opportunity. And please fill up these forms which are on the table. Also, there is another questionnaire. What do you think we should do for the future generations, for the betterment of APPAC, so that we could achieve the goal? Remember, in United Kingdom, today there are more than 2,500 elected officials, starting from the councilman all the way to the lordship, and Mayor Sadiq Khan. So we are trying to induce this political activism in the community so that tomorrow we have our own political candidates everywhere. Till then, we support the people with whom our ideology resonates. Thank you. Next part of our program is, we have to, when I was giving this project, like in my introduction, people told that I am a builder, so I'm a project manager. The people from construction and the people from IT background understand when you are given a project, then you go and look for the resources. So project was given that I have to identify the resources, the intellectual people in Dallas, so that we could achieve our goals. For that one, I have to say that Malik Hayat, our director, and Nadeem Akhtar, our vice president, they were the first one I met them. And believe me, for last 1 month, they didn't do anything. They stopped working in their office, and their crew, and their secretaries, and everybody was trying to reach everybody. And that is how you people are here. I appreciate and I salute their services. While we are doing this, the APPAC template is not to compete with anybody, but to build an institution like ICNA, ISNA, CARE, APNA, and I'm sure half of you don't know who is the chairman, who is the president of all these organizations I just mentioned. This is what we want to build APPAC. Today's chairman, Dr. Ijaz, never wanted to be chairman. And we, more than 30 different organizations, everybody wanted him to be the chairman. This is what the leadership we are looking for. We checklist what are the qualities, abilities, resources, connections, every single thing we noted. And he perfectly fit on that position. That's why he's a chairman. But he is in this favor that we establish APPAC like Israeli PAC and other people's PAC. So if we are going on the same footprint, yes, we will succeed. We don't have to invent the wheel again. It's already done. We are just following the same template. So what Dr. Ijaz, Qamar Bashir, and his board of advisors, and his board of directors, everybody has a slogan. It is like unwritten constitution, like in England. We will not compete, but we will cooperate. The moment everybody felt that APPAC in New York is not in our competition, we are not going to jeopardize anybody's domain, but we will get their cooperation and we will cooperate with them. At the end, there are about 30 series of different meetings in New York. And in those 30 series, there are more than 40 leaders of different credible organizations who have really delivered in New York. And they all agreed to sit together, work together, because the aims and objectives of APPAC were so attractive that this thing was sold in less than a minute. When I came here, I started speaking the same words. I couldn't copy 100% what they were talking, but I was also successful. And that is how most of you are sitting here, because that is our future, the future of our generations. So while I was trying to identify the talent, intellectuality, resources, I came across more than 50 different people who really delivered in Dallas, who did a lot of things together. I will identify one by one. Some of my other board members will acknowledge them. And I'm thankful to all of you who are sitting here today. And some of them, we want to honor them with the shields or plaques in writing for their community services. And for that, I will try first with my list. Is my team ready with the plaques and everything? You ready? I will ask the Honorable Consul General and the National Chair to come on the stage again to award these plaques to the different community leaders. Like I was mentioning, you are on the air live, and my first award is for, which is called Media Partnership Award, presented to Riaz Babar, CEO of TV1 USA, for his generous media support and live TV broadcast for launching Dallas chapter as well as Houston chapter. Mr. Riaz Babar. Thank you, Riaz Babar. My next award goes to Mr. Amir Rupani, Business Achievement Award for his role model, American Dream and Achieve in the business community of this great country of United States. Mr. Amir Rupani. The next award goes to Dr. Arjuman Hashmi Saab. This award is Political Leadership Award. Mr. Dr. Arjuman Hashmi is Mayor of Paris, Texas. Oh, okay. He has an emergency and his wife Shazia is going to, Shaz Akhtar is going to pick up. Where? ठीक है. Next award goes to Dr. Amar Shakil, Community Services Award. He is the president of Dallas Muslim Medical Alliance, DMMA, a renowned physician who is serving the community by providing free health clinics in DFW area. Dr. Amar Shakil. Next award is Business Leadership Award presented to Iqbal Sheikh, President and CEO of Cybertex Institute of Technology, a nationally rated and awarded among 5,000 fastest growing companies of USA by Inc., and for his leadership role in establishing the Charlie Wilson Chair in Pakistan Studies at University of Texas, Austin. Iqbal Sheikh. Next award is Community Services Award presented to Ghulam Waraij for his outstanding support and participation in serving the community at large. Can I request our chairman, Dr. Daud Nasir, please come on the stage. Next award goes to Law Enforcement Leadership Award presented to Nasir Abbasi, Deputy Sheriff, Harris County, Texas, and President, International Police Officers Association, a son of Pakistani American community who serves as a leader in law enforcement community. Nasir Abbasi. Next, Community Services Award presented to Naeem H. Sakia for his outstanding services to the community at large. Naeem H. Sakia. Nadeem. Next award, Community Services Award presented to Nadeem Zaman for his outstanding services to the community at large. Nadeem Zaman. Next award, Community Services Award presented to Dr. Amr Suleiman, serving the community at large by free health clinics and promoting the Pakistani culture and language arts. Next award goes to Waqar Khan, Business Leadership Award. He's the president of Park America Business Forum, PABF, in appreciation and recognition to an outstanding vision to develop Park Business Alliance. Our next award is Community Leadership Award, presented to Bashir Qamar, founder of Pecoli, New York, in honor of his unwavering efforts to produce leadership which is delivering results in the various platforms of community services. You have your number? You have? Next, National Leadership Award, presented to Dr. Ashraf Abbasi, President of Pakistani American Congress, USA, for his tireless efforts to reform and unite the leadership on national level and diligently representing the community issues and vital interests of Pakistan on Capitol Hill, addressing the US administration.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं ह्यूस्टन की कम्युनिटी की तरफ से आपके लिए नए ख्वाहिशात, मोहब्बतें और सलाम लेके आया हूँ। मैंने 90s में काफ़ी अपने जॉइंट प्रोग्राम किए थे। गुलाम सरवर वड़ाइच वो आपकी सोसाइटी के प्रेसिडेंट थे एंड आई वाज इनको रिकॉग्नाइज करना, गिव अ सेंड ऑफ अप्लॉज। और आपकी सोसाइटी डेलस की इट वाज वेरी वाइब्रेंट एंड वेरी एक्टिव दैट टाइम। उसके बाद कोई प्रोजेक्ट नहीं हो। वी डिड क्वाइट अ फ्यू प्रोजेक्ट्स टुगेदर। आई वाज प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान एसोसिएशन ऑफ ग्रेटर ह्यूस्टन दैट टाइम। तो मैं सोच रहा था, जब राही ने पूछा कि डेलस में किसको जानते हैं, तो मैंने कहा मैं दो आदमियों को जानता हूँ कि अमीर अली रुपाई और मैंने कहा कि गुलाम सरवर वड़ाइच। So I'm glad that, you know,
both of them showed up.
Yeah, both of them showed up, and both of them, they are award recipients. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ashraf Abbasi. ये इधर है। Next award. Thank you, Dr. Ashraf Abbasi. And thank you for the support. Half of the work was done by him on the telephone advisors. Next award goes to Dr. Shahid Shafi. This award is Political Leadership Award. Dr. Shahid Shafi is a councilman, city of South Lake, Texas, who leads by example with his dedication to serve the city and setting the rules for other political leaders to follow. Dr. Shahid Shafi Sahab. Next award, Community Services Award, presented to Dr. Zayn Nawaz for his outstanding service to the community at large. Dr. Zayn Nawaz. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out here, and also I want to recognize APPAC for recognizing all the community leaders, but also to say that they have actually filled a void between cultural organizations, religious organizations. That's a much needed thing, and I congratulate Dr. Ijaz for doing this. Thank you.
Thank you. Lifetime Achievement Award, presented to Dr. Bashir Ahmed. I want to speak something for this award. At least there were 10 people who wanted to come stand with him while he's receiving the award. And I was surprised why he is so popular. I'm trying to learn slowly. Dr. Saab is the chairman of Emeritus MCC for Human Services for his dedicated work for human services and community at large. Dr. Bashir Ahmed Saab. Next award is Student Leadership Award, presented to Soha Irfan for representing her school at Harvard University for the Model United Nations Conference. Soha Irfan. दोनों के लिए बुखारा है यहाँ पे। Next award is Business Achievement Award. We are very proud to say that there are certain Pakistanis who have achieved the highest level of the business success, and they became a business icon in the entire country. and it will not be fair if we don't recognize them. He just couldn't make it. He was to come here, but when these people are so busy or such a high-level CEOs, there is always something come and you cannot grab their schedule. Business Achievement Award goes to Aslam Khan, CEO of TGI Friday, Chairman of Falcon Holdings, a well-recognized and internationally awarded for his business empire in food industry. Aslam Khan. May I request Javed Siddiqui sahab to come? Oh, okay, please. क्या नाम है इनका? And the last recipient is in Pakistan now, and we thought because he is also a very high-level business tycoon, there is always a talent or there is something that when you go up to that level. And I will request Anwar Azam Saab, CPA, who is a good friend of him, to receive his award. This award goes to Hafiz Khan, a successful Pakistani American business leader who achieved the highest standards of business success. Acknowledgement के लिए कौन जाएगा पहले? Acknowledgement. किसका? जो गवर्नर का इलेक्शन है हॉस्पिटल उनको आप करेंगे हाँ आप करेंगे कौन करेगा ठीक मैं बुलाता हूँ Can I request Honorable Consul General to stay here because she is the next speaker, and I request the both chairmen to please. Honorable Consul General Aisha Farooqi did her master's in international relations from Quaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad. She joined the Foreign Services in 1994. She has been working on very important positions throughout her career in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Islamabad, as well as foreign countries like United Kingdom, Egypt, France, Turkey, Trinidad, and many other countries. She was representing some delegations on a very high-profile issues in various places in UNESCO, in United Nations, and some other international high-profile level platforms. We are very proud of such an intelligent officer. She was born in Karachi. She has 2 daughters. By the way, she speaks very fluent French. Maybe she was there. Vous parlez bien français. I would like to invite her to come to the podium and speak few words about this idea of launching our APPAC. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Consul General Aisha Farooqi.
It's okay. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum once again. डैलस और ह्यूस्टन का प्यार तो पूरे अमेरिका में मशहूर है. जब मैं ह्यूस्टन में होती हूँ तो मुझे डैलस के जोक्स सुनाए जाते हैं. जब मैं डैलस आती हूँ तो मुझे ह्यूस्टन के बारे में सुनना पड़ता है. It puts the Consul General in a rather difficult position because I have to be equal and judicious between both Dallas and Houston. So I'm very happy to be here. It's been a bit of a gap of a few months. But at the very beginning, I would like to extend a very warm congratulations to the newly elected team of APPAC, and for the launch of yet another successful APPAC chapter in Dallas tonight. So congratulations, especially Daud Nasir Sahab, Imtiaz Rahi Sahab, Nadeem Akhtar Sahab, and the entire team and members of the board who've just taken oath. So congratulations. A big congratulations also to the national team headed by the chairperson, the founder, Dr. Ijaz. You're very courageous, and your determination and your commitment is something that we commend and we laud. Last night, we were together in Houston in the presence of the Federal Minister of Interior, who was visiting Houston last night, and we launched the Houston chapter of it. In my 18 months as the Consul General in Houston and the other parts of the areas in my jurisdiction, I have come to realize that diversity, talent, resilience, and the hard work by the Pakistani American community that I have met. And I have observed this not just in Texas, but all over the United States. And I believe that it is through sheer perseverance and grit that our community has carved a niche for themselves in the US. We in Pakistan celebrate your success and achievements. Your success here contributes to the overall success of Pakistan in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, as the world faces an increasing array of challenges, and these challenges are across the board in the social fields, in the political and economic fields, it has become ever more important for all of us to forge unity in our ranks and to harness the potential of the Pakistani American community towards our collective aims and our collective goals. This collective action from the platform of APPAC across the United States, I hope, would consolidate in the years ahead as a strong, proactive, and a united forum that becomes the voice of our diaspora, linking the community to decision makers and policy makers here in the United States and there in Pakistan. Your contribution towards strengthening these relations between Pakistan and the United States is, in my view, a noble service to both countries. I want to make a special mention of the speech made by Bashir Qamar Sahab. ना सिर्फ ये खून गरमाने वाली तकरीर थी, बल्कि the most important part of it was the statistics that you had on your fingertips. These stats are the tools that will help you chart your strategic and your proactive vision of how to take APPAC forward, in which areas. So I think that is something that we generally as Pakistanis don't focus on data and stats, but that is where the analytics will come and will help to make a focused attempt to take this mission forward. I think I'd like to talk a little about Pakistan-US bilateral relations. It's important for you to know where we stand. As many of you know, that since Pakistan's independence in 1947, and over these last 7 decades, we've had a very strong partnership with the United States. There have been periods of challenges, what we call engagement versus estrangement. But despite these, both countries understand the importance of this partnership and the importance of cooperating with each other for mutual goals. And history shows us that at critical points, this partnership between our two countries has served to achieve global peace and security. So by no means is this relationship marginal or irrelevant. I think it is important to bear in mind, especially during tough times, when rhetoric and strident noise drowns out the lessons of our history. We in Pakistan desire a broad-based and comprehensive partnership with the United States. Most critically, we seek a partnership that is anchored in mutual respect and mutual dignity, in pursuit of common interests and which seeks to expand understanding of each other's concerns. We would like our relationship to go beyond security concerns and into areas that benefit both our peoples, such as the economic and trade fields, and in social sectors, in education, in science, and in innovation. Towards this end, we have asked the government of the United States to revive the strategic structured dialogue that was in place for many years and that has stopped since more than a year now. We in Pakistan are a nation of 210 million people and a fast-growing economy. In the last 4 years, Pakistan has seen a transformation across its institutions. Our democracy continues to thrive. We are heading into our Senate elections in the first week of March, followed by parliamentary elections in June this year, inshallah. Our democracy is often described as noisy and chaotic, but it's vibrant and it is moving forward on an upward trajectory, which is something that we take great pride in. It has been a long struggle for people of Pakistan to achieve that level of democratic awareness and institution. 4 years ago, Pakistan had one of the highest incidents of terrorism anywhere in the world. We responded to this tide of terrorism by building a comprehensive counterterrorism strategy that mobilized nearly 200,000 of our security troops. And this helped to deal a decisive blow to all terrorist networks that had taken advantage of the remote geography between Pakistan and Afghanistan. And as a result, I'm happy to report these operations have been successful and Pakistan has seen a significant decline in the number of terrorist attacks anywhere in the world. However, these have come at a great cost, at a great human cost and at a great economic cost to Pakistan. But it has also ushered in an era of security and peace in our cities, in our towns, and in our neighborhoods, and has resulted in economic stability and an economic growth of over 5%, which had not been seen in more than a decade. The dividends of achieving security and peace can be shared throughout our region. And this is where both Pakistan and the United States can work together. We can together build on an improved security environment in Pakistan and expand this arc of stability and strengthen regional economic connectivity, promote trade, and bring prosperity to the whole region. Finally, ladies and gentlemen and dear friends, I want to once again congratulate the APPAC national team and the APPAC Dallas team. You have chosen for yourself a difficult road, and there will be many challenges. But this is, in my view, a labor of love, not a labor of profit. It is the love of the country and the flag that motivates you to put in your time, your effort, and your energies into something that can often be a rather thankless job. But जैसे सियाने कह गए हैं, लम्मिया ने रावा इश्क दिया, and there cannot be a better or more noble ishq than the love for your country. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Consul General. I want to acknowledge some of good friends of our chairman, Dr. Ijaz. Dr. Tariq, is he sitting here? Dr. Bisharat, Dr. Khalid, and I saw a gentleman came from New York all the way, flew for this, Mr. Vakil Ansari, poet, scholar, writer, advisor, and our big brother. Thank you for coming, sir. Now I'm going to invite a gentleman who is running as an independent candidate for Governor of Texas, which resonates with our aims and mission. His name is Dr. Rashid Khan. He's a candidate for Texas Governor election. Please welcome Dr. Rashid Khan.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Peace be on all of you. And I start this with the name of Allah, the great merciful, the glorious, and the doer of all jobs in the worldly affair. My name is Dr. Rashid Khan. I have lived here in Texas for more than 33 years. When I came here, this place was not developed yet. The hall where we are sitting here today, it was an empty place. But I'm so glad that we have a beautiful hall today and we have a beautiful meeting here today. Although we have seen many other meetings here, the wedding ceremonies, the graduation parties, we have done a lot of political discussion, lot of religious discussion here. But today I'm so glad, I can't believe that we have a political meeting here. An organization like APPAC exists here in the United States. And I am the pioneer as a candidate for being a candidate, independent candidate for the Texas gubernatorial election in November 2018. And I have my team. I have a lot of good friends here all over Texas, including Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, all part of Texas, rural Texas. We will, inshallah, by grace of Allah, the Lord of the Lord, we will go to every place, every town, and present ourselves. I am an independent candidate. I have voted in the past to different parties. I was an independent from beginning. I tell you, I voted for George Bush. I've also voted for Barack Obama, and I've also voted for so many candidates locally here. But finally, I decided that let us do as an independent candidate something what many millions of people in Texas want to do, independent things, like so many things which are not done by the party's candidates. They come to us, we join them, we donate for them, we do the campaign for them, but finally, things do not happen the way we want it. So in this regard, I thought, let me, with the consultation of my friend, be a candidate this year for the gubernatorial election. I have filed my application with the Secretary of State in December 2017, and I have this letter from Secretary of State that we have accepted your application as an independent candidate. We have received your declaration of intent as an independent candidate for the office of the Governor of the State of Texas. After the primary election, you will need to collect at least 47,000 signatures from registered voters who support your application for a place to be on the general election ballot. For that reason, I have made a campaign committee. I have a lot of friends in different cities, as I said, and we are going to start this movement from next month. And I'm so glad that I have distinguished guests here, very honorable people. There are other political leaders here, and I request all of them to join our team, and we will hopefully make it to that mention of the Governor of the Texas, United States of America. My ballot is Khan MD, no red or blue, be independent and free. That is my slogan. And I work for great people of Texas. I have served more than 200,000 people in my 25 years of practice. I have seen a lot of sick people, lot of poor people, lot of affluent people, every creed and class of people. And I have helped to the best of my ability. And I pledge that I will work as a governor to the best of my ability for great people of Texas. Therefore, I request you to join my team and join us in this mission. We have to make a lot of things in this great state of Texas. We have to reduce the poverty. We also have to have a prosperity of people. We also have to improve the education. We have a lot of loans for students. And my mission would be that students should be debt-free when they graduate from the college, 4 years of college. And I have a plan for that. I have another so much good plan for the communication in Texas. Texas is behind in communication, road communication or other things. So we have a plan that we will make a lot of roads, a lot of communication channels for our people in this great state. I appreciate. Thank you very much. Hopefully, we will talk again. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Khan. Wish you good luck. My next speaker is the gentleman I met the other day, and I have traveled across the whole country, especially in the political activities. And this gentleman has the qualification, has the knowledge, has participated, started from a grassroots level. Now he's running for the commissioner, county commissioner for Tarrant County. I mean Syed Fayaz Hassan.
Thank you very much, APPAC, and all the distinguished guests. I would like to introduce my team here, my advisors, my supporters, and my brothers, Fogg Siddiqui, and our state executive committee member, Imad Salim, and Samuel, okay. And I have all the support from different groups and different parts of the city. Ghulam Baraich is here, Wakar Khan. My name is Syed Fayaz Hassan, and I am running for County Commissioner in Tarrant County, Precinct 2. I'm an economist by training with 3 master's degrees. I'm a passionate activist for Democratic Party for a long time, for 2 decades. I have been elected to national delegate 3 times. In Dallas, that was in 2003. It was Civil Rights Conference where we looked at and analyzed the civil rights impact of Patriot Act and other. That was a coalition of 13 different groups, and Martin Luther King III was the keynote speaker in that conference. I had done conferences for women's rights, for human rights, and a number of other social and economic issues. My first town hall meeting that happened just last week, it was on infant maternal mortality rate, which is very high in Texas. Texas is #1 in that. In Tarrant County, the infant maternal mortality rate for African American community is the top one in Texas. We got to resolve our issues. We got to solve our problems. My platform is to bring Tarrant County to 21st century with public transportation, with technological training centers all over Tarrant County, because we have to produce skill sets for people, because we have jobs available, we don't have skill sets available in Tarrant County. Then I want to add the public Wi-Fi system, because internet is a human right of 21st century. I want to build an infrastructure for JPS, for our county hospital, to not just provide service to a simple, to Fort Worth area, but to the whole county, especially in people in Southeast County, that is Arlington, Mansfield, Grand Prairie, and Kennedale. That is my precinct 2. Then I want to do some more for Tarrant County, including job availability, bringing new businesses to county. So, but the main thing that I'm running for is to represent all of you, because we don't have representation besides, we have just a small representation. Dr. Shafi is here in South Lake, and we have Dr. Arjuman Hashmi. We have some representation at City Council, but we don't have any representation in any other level. So I would seek, since you are a PAC, I would seek your endorsement. Would you all endorse my candidacy today? Yes. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support, and thank you very much for letting me speak.
Okay, wish you good luck. I have to give one disclaimer. APPAC is a not-for-profit We cannot endorse anybody, but we do provide the platform to all the candidates. Doesn't matter which party they belong to. Then it's up to the community to choose to whom to vote for. I want to recognize Sayyid J. Rafi Saab. He is in the printing business. He was very helpful. This was a crash project. He quickly prepared everything. Thank you very much. Once again, I want to acknowledge Nasir Abbasi Saab, Deputy Sheriff. He drove all the way from Houston, and he want to encourage the kids to join the law enforcement. It will be just a 1-minute request.
Thank you very much. Everybody is probably gone. But let me just tell you, let me just give you my number. I'm here to connect with you. I'm here to know you. And together we can make difference. So get your phones or pens ready. Time bhi nahi hai. गुफ्तगू से इज्तिनाब अच्छा लगा, आंखों आंखों में जवाब अच्छा लगा. 832-232-1934. Again, 832-232-1934 is my number. I am Nasir Abbasi, Deputy Sheriff in Harris County, Texas. Or thank you so much. मैं मलिक हयात साहब को ये कहूँगा कि yes, I endorse his words for Mr. Imtiaz Rahi. I know him for decades. My very first friend, Nadeem, is his nephew. So he's like my uncle. So thank you very much. बस यही एक कहूँगा कि पुख्ता कौमों के मुकद्दर में कहाँ नहीं खुफ्ता कौमों के मुकद्दर में कहाँ आज़ादी जिंदा जज्बों के शजर से ये समर मिलता है और शजर एहसास को जब मिल के कई शोला बदन खून देते हैं तो यूँ फूल कहीं खिलता है.
Thank you, Nasir. The country I came from, they said, don't be friend of the police guy. I don't know if it's true over here or not. Can I ask Malik Hayat to come and acknowledge some of the friends, and then we are closing this with our chairman, Dr. Daud Nasser, to say thank you for all of you to come. You want to start with Imrana? You want to acknowledge some people?
Good evening, whomever is left. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry we ran out of some time and couldn't get to some of the speeches, but we just want to acknowledge a few people. If you would like to stand up, do, and if everybody else can clap for them. The first one is Dr. Khalid Mahmood, Dr. Muhammad Amir, Dr. Hina Rahi. Oh, you can clap better than that. Dr. Zishan Naqvi, Dr. Mahmouda Nasir, Anwar Javed, Barkat Basriya, Azhar Aziz, Raid Sibit, Saif Islam, David Palmer, Dwight Briggs, Kimberly Pam, Tina Yu, Javed Siddiqui, Rabia Khan, Ann Bacchus, Khalid Irfan, Muhammad Abdur Rahman, Sayyid Muhammad Hassan Jalani, Zishan Noor, Sharik Siddiqui, and everyone else who came out. All of you, thank you so much. I'm going to hand the mic over to our chairman.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming here. I'm Dr. Daud Nasir. I just want to thank each and every one for you for coming here and gracing this occasion. Thanks a lot. This is just a closing statement. Also like to thank all the organizers who helped to organize this event. Dr. Ijaz Ahmed came all the way from New York, Athar Trimzi, Dr. Ashraf Abbasi, Imtiaz Ahmed Rai, Nadeem Akhtar, Raza Beg, Khizr Malik, Shakila Kasif, Nilufar Abbasi, Hayat Malik, Nahid Rahil, Farina Saeed, and Imrana Beg. Thank you all for organizing this wonderful event. Thanks, and thank you everyone for coming.